I used to be software engineering, but I bought a jacket, and somehow now I'm the CEO of the company. So let me show you how do we align strategy with the things what we do. Uh, we use something called hosting country. But first of all, let me start by apologizing to these guys, the fathers of hosting country, because we know that probably we are not doing it the right way, but it works for us. So if there's any expert in hosting in the room, please forgive me. Don't try to cut my head off with a katana, like these guys want probably to do. So why we do this? Because we want to every individual in the company to know how he or she is contributing to the team goals, okay, and give them a sense of purpose and align what they do with the vision and the purpose of the company. At the end, it is like managing the backlog for the company. The same thing that we have the backlog in the product team, we have a larger backlog for the company, and we want to give visibility to all the people in order to avoid all the things that we've seen before. You know, this bridge and the tunnel guys that they don't know why they are doing that. So very quickly, how do we implement that? First of all, no more strategy retreats or offsites, or we're going to go for 3 days and think about that, the executive team, things like that. We just take one meeting in the week, 40 minutes, and that's the only thing that we do during the week regarding management and strategy. And we started with this 40 minutes meeting, okay? We call it the hosting weekly meeting. So then what we did is we just went to this amazing website called hostingplan.com, okay? And we started with playing with that. So the interesting part is that this meeting, we have 40 minutes, all the companies invited to participate. And we, even as we do this remotely, we record the meeting and then we post it in the intranet so everyone can look at and watch the meeting afterwards. So the first thing we did in the first meeting is started from the above part with the goals, why we are doing what we are doing. It took us like 40 minutes to come out with one sentence that described why we work in Happy Force to make organization more human, productive, and happier. And it took 40 minutes, and the rest of the canvas of this hosting was empty. That's fair enough. So during the next meetings, we were growing this canvas. The way it works is it helps you to define why are you doing what you are doing. These 3 boxes you see here help managers to become better leaders, Happy Force ways and inspiration for others, are our long-term goals, things that we want to achieve in the next 3 years, more or less. The next thing that we struggle with is this. You see these blue columns. They are called areas. And you see, we started playing with that, and we came out with this first hosting in 2016. As you see, we have the marketing and branding area, the sales, customer happiness, product culture, which is people, and the finance or founding area, which makes a lot of sense because we were mimicking, we were copying like the structure that we know. But we found out that this structure doesn't work, because what happens when you need to do something to do more sales in the sales area, but that affects the product guys. So where do you put that? In sales, in product? So it is not the way companies really work. They don't work in these silos, as you have seen before. So what we did in order to define these areas is, okay, we think about what was taking our energy and our time as managers and in the team during the week. And we saw that we were thinking mostly in 4 things. How do we grow? How do we delight users and make our users happy? How do we work together? And how do we build our culture? And who pays the party, okay, for the fuel? So we use that areas, and then we find out that no matter what is your role in the company, you can put your focus on any of these areas. After that, we defined the different goals for each area. It was funny because the first time we did these exercises, we came out like with 7 areas and 3 goals per area, so 21 goals, and we were 5 people in the company. So it was like, okay, maybe we have to rethink about that. And And then we reduce the number of goals, obviously. And the next interesting thing about hosting is that it makes you to think about the goal and then the way you are, this indicator, the way you are going to measure if you are hitting that goal. And then for last, you have this tasks area, which at the end are the initiatives. In this case, for the product or delight users area, what we have there are the epics that we have in our product roadmap. So we are giving visibility about the product things and how they are affecting the main indicators and the things that we want to improve. Okay, so the last thing that we do during this meeting, that everyone can participate, is we always do this exercise at the end of the meeting of asking everyone, okay, we ask ourselves, is there something that has taken our attention or our energy during the week that it is not in this hosting? Because if you have something that you have been working or thinking about a lot or taking a lot of time or energy, it should be there. Either it should be there, and then maybe we have to change some goals or adapt some things, or you shouldn't be thinking about that. So that's the ending part that we do. And using this, just 40 minutes a week, you can do that for the whole company, or then you can divide that for different teams. It helps a lot to align people and understand why we are doing what we are doing. So that's all. Thanks a lot.